Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Custer. Here's a look at the stories we are following tonight. 9 people are dead and several others were injured after a gunman opened fire at a transportation center in San Jose, California. Police received reports of a shooting at the Valley Transportation Authority Control Center and Rail Yard just after 6:30 this morning. The suspect was identified as 57-year-old Samuel Cassidy. Police say Cassidy took his own life. Deputies were able to swarm the scene very quickly as the rail yard is next door to the county government center, which houses the county sheriff's office. The Mount Pleasant Police Department is investigating after a shooting incident on the west side of town. It happened last night around 10. Officers say a 67-year-old man had attempted to take his own life and was then assisted by his 36-year-old son. The older man was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say this is an isolated incident and there is no risk to the public. At this time, no arrests have been made as the investigation continues. New details in a shooting on the north end of Flint. Flint police were called to DuPont near Stockdale just after 6 last night. A 17-year-old male and an adult male were both found with gunshot wounds. The adult is currently in critical condition. The teen considered non-critical. No word yet on any suspects. The state of Michigan reporting 799 new cases of coronavirus and 12 deaths. That brings the state's total to more than 886,000 cases, and the death toll rises to 19,031. And now here's Brian with a look at your forecast.
All right, David, thanks very much. Many of us starting off the day with something we sorely needed on Wednesday. Some rain. I know the lawns, gardens very happy today, as I'm sure a lot of the farmers around the area are. And the good news, too, is that we're actually going to get a bit more in the way of soaking rain as we head from Thursday night into Friday. It is just going to come at the cost of some decidedly chillier temperatures. We look at the First Warn 5 Sky Tracker here tonight. We've got a cold front now working its way through the eastern thumb. That'll be out of the region as we move into the overnight period. And then a much chillier air mass lurking just to the west will begin to filter in, where most of our Wednesday still wound up pretty comfortable with a lot of our highs in the 70s. Temperature set to plummet tonight, mostly down into the 40s, but a few of us could even see 30s and some patchy frost by the time we get up tomorrow morning. This roller coaster ride just continues. Hour by hour forecast, though, that's at least looking good from a sky condition standpoint. We got generally clear skies from the 8 o'clock hour straight on into midnight, and in fact, it's going to stay that way for the remainder of the overnight period. At worst, just a few high clouds here and there to start on Thursday morning. We'll hang on to a good amount of the sunshine until about midday when we begin to see a new plume of clouds edge in from the west. This will be in advance of that next rainmaker we were just talking about. Mostly cloudy skies taking over by the middle of tomorrow afternoon, generally overcast in many areas by the time of the evening drive. We may begin to see a few isolated showers popping up already by 6 p.m., but the better chance for the rain is going to come in between about 8 to 9 p.m., mostly in the form of some light rain at first, but then overspreading at least half of the area as we roll into Friday morning on what is going to be decidedly a better soaking even than the one that many of us picked up there today, where from Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, a lot of us saw, anywhere from about half an inch to a quarter of an inch, the general range. A lot more of us, as you can see here, through the end of the rain Friday afternoon, picking up anywhere from half to as much as an inch of rainfall. It will be decidedly lighter for some of you folks along M55, but a lot of the areas that really need the rain most look like they're poised to get it, and thankfully not so much that we expect really any major issues with flooding. For tonight, mostly clear, some patchy frost north and west where lows will be in the low to, or I should say middle to upper 30s there. The areas closer to the Tri-Cities and Flint will tend to hover with lows in the 40s. Into tomorrow, we'll see increasing clouds, rain not developing until the evening, but decidedly cooler, largely thanks to a northeast wind with a high of only 61 degrees. And if you thought that was chilly enough, we'll take a look at Friday. Morning rain, but high of only 56. But all of that clears up and we start warming up again just in time for Memorial Day weekend. Plenty of sun all 3 days and highs working their way back to the 70s.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.